What is up? Thank you for coming to my channel, Prison POV. Shout out to Lucky One Inc., Fairfield, California. Also, shout out to my joiners and the Point of View crew, not the most some respect. Today, I'm going to tell 3 stories of places you cannot fight in prison, but the people who did anyway. And let me just kick it off by saying this. I don't get intimidated. I really just don't get intimidated by people. Not unless maybe I've heard of them and their reputation precedes them. And it's like, okay, I've heard of those hands. But just some old dude who I just don't know, I've never met, don't know him. No, I'm not going to get intimidated by him. But there's an exception to every rule because I was very intimidated by this dude in D1. He was a skinhead from Orange County, had the keys to the building. Something about him, his energy, he was very intimidating. First of all, he was stout. He's built like a brick shit house. And when I first heard that, like, brick shit house, what does that mean? And then you see someone built like a brick shit house, and you're like, oh, okay, I get it now. Straight up, brick shit house on his. And he was very quiet when he spoke. Very quiet. Almost as if he took a killer course. And they taught him how to communicate without making noise. He'd always be politicking. It's one of his favorite things to do. We get day room, he'd be standing there, 4 or 5 of us surrounding him, listen what he was going to talk about for that day, or what pot he was going to stir, what was happening, and he would, and after he got done talking, I would go, yeah, and I'd go, I missed it. What did he say? I mean, usually I read lips, but he doesn't even move his. He said he doesn't want his enemies to read them. I mean, what about your friends? So, I can never understand him. But one time, we came to day room, I understood him loud and clear. I came out to day room and he said, I want him. And I said, you could have him. I don't know who it is you're talking about, but he's all yours. But I wanted to impress him, so I went, he's all yours. I guess what it was there was this dude who was on psych meds. And trip out on this. I think the era I did in prison, my decade of decadence, a lot of crazy shit went down. A lot of changes in the CDCR. I mean, just for instance, what's CDC? When I started going to PIN, switched it up to CDCR. Be that as it may. Saw a lot of interesting changes when I was doing my time. And one of them being psych meds. It used to be cool. Then one day, you wake up, you come in, and you find out, no, psych meds are no longer cool. Because when you get on psych meds, you have to go in this little room and talk to the psych doctor. You can be telling them anything. Shut it down. I think the reason why they made the rule, because people were going in there and saying all kinds of shit. Just debriefing, leaving their cell. I'm going to go talk to the psych doctor. And freaking straight up spilling the beans, spilling the tea, all that. So no more psych meds. There's a dude in our building, D1, however, who was on the psych meds. Brick shit house had told him, stop taking them. He was like, is he going to stop taking them or not? We're going to have to wait and see what happens when he gets called next time to see the psych doctor. What he does, because he's had a rebellious spirit about him. Like, I need my shit. What are you talking about? I can't take them. Next thing you know, we're at day room. And sure enough, the psych doctor comes in. Talk to that dude. Go to the podium. Willie Lump Lump. Last 2, 9-2. 9-2. Willie Lump Lump. They stood up. Both of them. They're both seated. Until that call came over the intercom, they both stood up. Willie Lump Lump and Brick Shithouse. And they were staring at each other. Hardcore. One of them was saying, you really going to defy me? The other one was saying, you really going to keep me from my mental health game? Willie Lump Lump said, fizzuck it. Did a 180, about face, and went in the room with the psych doctor. We all knew something was going to happen. I didn't think that quickly. I just thought dude put a big old target on his back. He's done for now. I thought like the craziest might get is dude might wait for him to come out of the office and just beat him down right there in front of God and everybody. But I thought likely he just might have a silly do it. Maybe get him at the yard. Definitely going to talk about it. This will be our afternoon little plot thing. But no, none of that. It was instant. Instantaneous is the word I'm looking for. Happened like that. You know when you snap your fingers? It's not the fingers that make the noise. It's your finger hitting your palm. FYI. Happened that fast. Brick shithouse literally jumped up, ran, and went in that room and just start beating that ass in the doctor's office. So yeah, I can say that, hey, the first thing you don't want to do, you don't want to fight in the doctor's office. He didn't have to go in there. He could have waited for him to get out like I originally thought he would. Bunch of other different places to handle it. But dude, it's like you're taking a personal or something, like he defied you. Like I have a feeling like no one really told you no much when you're a kid. But damn it, Gina. Straight up went into the office and got that ass. I heard some high-pitched screaming. I had to go see. I wasn't far away. The screaming sounded like this. That's how high-pitched it was. Ah! Like, whoa, what kind of scream is that? I had to go see. And I looked in. It wasn't the inmate screaming. It was a doctor. He was stood up in the corner, and he was just belting it out. The inmate couldn't scream. He was on the table, I like to call the Thriller. Don't hit me. You know Michael Jackson Thriller? Like, and it's like, don't hit me. Don't hit me. He was like, no, don't hit me. Doing the Thriller. Dude was smashing. How dare you take your psych meds when I told you no? Trip on that. Anyways, cops spray, do what they do, get them out, gaffle them up, chain them up, get them out of there. The next story. Let me just say this real quick before I go to the next story. It's not really important, but I just want to real quickly touch on Brick Shithouse of Selly. It's so crazy, because you know how you have, like, random racing thoughts? No, I'm me neither. But I mean, like, some people have, like, random racing thoughts. I'm asking for a friend. But you know how, like, sometimes, like, and it used to pop in my head. I used to think, when they're in their cell, who gets on top? Not in a sexual sense, because they were so high power, and both of them so super charged up. And Selly was, like, 6'4". His energy was like, let's get him. Who? I don't know, them, him, all of them, fuck them. Who's got an ass beating coming today? Come on, let's get him. So I kicked back, and he was real tall, 6'4", and he was standing sideways, which is really weird, how he was standing sideways. I always thought he was going to be like, there's someone standing behind me? I go, yeah, and he'd take off, or he'd come, what's up, bro? I'm late for work. Just weird how he was standing sideways. Then I think, maybe is that like so he could hit me hard, like wind up? He's going to really do a wind up on me? Those dudes were off the hook, high power, politic. When they got in that cell, you need like two positives, man. So, be that as it may. I don't know. The next story, though, believe it or not, Brick Shithouse is actually in it. But he's not the main character, but he definitely makes an appearance. The main character would be my homeboy, an A-Yard. When I moved over to A-Yard, I had a homeboy next to me. I couldn't understand him either. Hardcore mumbler. I can hear the last word off of every sentence. So it'd be like, I mean, just for instance, he'd come out and be like, man, I should have coffee. And I go, oh, you want some? Nah, dog. Want some Nate. And I go, oh, okay, I heard Nate and I heard coffee. Inside I put together that Nate owed him a bad coffee. I knew that. By his tone, I'm getting Nate didn't pay me yet. So I'm like, oh, okay, shit, Nate didn't pay you that coffee yet? Yeah, fuck him, dog. So I couldn't understand him for shit, but it didn't really matter because I didn't really want to hang out with him because he was total drama. Total drama. Brick Shithouse had the building. He was in charge of it, just like he was from where I was at. And I already seen my own eyes is about it, and he just fucking did that smash down. Be that as it may, my homeboy wanted the building. I was staying out of it. There was definitely a power struggle because now I gotta feel you if I'm gonna be campaigning for you. And I knew my homeboy was not fit for the job. But I wasn't gonna campaign against him either. So I stayed out of it. Definite power struggle. And I can say this, man, that my homeboy was in a really good position. He had a plan, and it was actually very, very clever. And I could actually almost see the overthrow taking place because he had a power play set up. And it was almost brilliant. And here was the thing. My homeboy was trying to politic on this dude in the building for dry snitching. They were in the kitchen over by where the dishes get washed, and a cop walks by and says, hey, is there anything in here? And the inmate's like, if there is, it ain't mine. And the cop's like, what? Well, then come out, let me search, and found some wine. To where everyone felt like if the inmate would have just said, no, nothing in here, the cop would have been, all right, went about his business. But no, the inmate says, he knew there was something in there. And he was trying to catch me in a lie. And I just said, I don't know if there's something in here or not. It's not mine. I mean, I didn't put it, he was trying to clean it up, and he bought, clean up on aisle 7. He bought himself some time. Pardon me. Some people are chipping on him. Not really. My homeboy politicking on him hard. His plan was to remove him and then make it look like, look, guys, look what I had to do. Had to step up and remove someone who clearly shouldn't be here because our leader, the head of the building, doesn't have the nuts to way us to do it. He's not going to bust a grape. He's got his head in the clouds. He's not really controlling the building. He's not really running the willpower like he should. If he was, I would not have to step up and have made this move. So yeah, a lot of people are calling it genius and clever. He's doing it on the down low. I heard about what he was doing. And yeah, he might have been able to pull it off if he had not done his next move. See, checkmate. does not always mean like, well, no, check doesn't always mean checkmate or some shit. Fuck, I don't know nothing about chess. How dare I use fucking chess lingo as an example? Anyways, be that as it may. But hey, what I'm trying to get at is just because you think you have a motherfucker on lock, you really don't. Because chip on this. Everything's going good for him until we're in the chow hall. We're eating. We're eating dinner. And all of a sudden there's a big commotion. There's a big commotion over there. Everyone goes looking, everyone goes running. All of a sudden the cops come in spraying. Get down, get down, get down. Wait a minute, we're in the chow hall. And you're in a line. And it's real crowded because they just, it's like nuts to butts because they want this door closed. And there's a fucking hardcore fan that blows down. And I never knew what the fuck that fan was for, but now I figured out it's like for flies. It's like a death fan for the fly. If the fly tries to come in there, it's gonna zing, knock them out. At least I think that's the theory I thought of. It's for flies. If you've got a better answer, hit me up. Dude, they want to cram you in and shut that door. They don't want to leave the door open. So you get in. So you're all in there, and there's a rail. And so there's not a lot of room, and you got people sitting at a 4-man table, and the chow hall is full. So the commotion, the cops getting down, you're not going to lay, so everyone's on their haunches, because you're not going to lay out, prone out like you would on the yard. On this chow hall, there's no room, and it's tile, there's food. What's the commotion about anyway? These two dudes are jumping somebody. Because what happened is my homeboy Mumbles, it's not his name, let's call him that, for lack of a better word, straight up mumbler, had his little torpedoes do the removal in the chow hall. Idiot! He went from genius with a clever, brilliant little power play to fucking you straight up idiot, first termer, knack, motherfucker. We should remove you. Lame. Couldn't believe it, dude. Had his torpedoes removed. You don't, okay, that's number 2. You don't fight in the chow hall. You just don't fight in the chow hall. It's just stupid because when the cops spray, it's going to get on people's food. When you have to prone out, you're laying down on the tile. People, it's just, there's no fucking room. And not only that, what's crazy about it is when you freaking walk from the buildings to the chow hall, it's far. Do you guys remember me telling you about a language? They don't have like very, they just have far. They don't have like very far or a lot. They don't have like adjectives in this language. So if they're telling you far, if they go far, it's not that far. If they go far, it's fucking far away. The chow hall from our buildings, if you let me dabble in this other language, be my bilingual self, it was far over there. Meaning you could have jumped this motherfucker in the middle of our walk to the chow hall. No cops around, plenty of room. We took a minute cops to run up there. Just, that's how everyone does it. I'm calling me crazy. That's just like, because it works. No one does it in the chow hall. You freaking idiot. Made himself look so stupid. Then afterwards, I was like, homeboy, what'd you do? He's like, well, fuck, brother, get him not expecting it. I go, yeah, dude, if you're wanting to do it with no one expecting it, you accomplish that goal because no one was expecting that. We're going to fucking, brother, yeah, because go get a surprise attack. No, bro, no surprise attack. Not always like that. Fuck, man. So, be it as it may. He didn't get the building. He almost got his ass beat his damn self. No, got mad at the Southsiders, like really pushing the issue, because a bunch of their people couldn't even finish their food. It's one of those situations where the Southside pushed up. You guys better discipline him. And sometimes even if the dude Woods got discipline coming, just someone coming up saying you better discipline him. I think that was the case. We're like, and if we don't, we're going to have none. I think that's what it was. I saw the fool in the streets too. He came running up to me. He knew he recognized me, and he had a check. He said, hey bro, hey, we're getting ready to drive off, and I stopped. Oh, I know that. I knew instantly where I recognized him from. He didn't know where he recognized me from. He just knew he recognized me. He said, hey, brother, I got this chest, go do this. And he recognized me. He's like, oh. Instantly, a shame and embarrassment. Like, yeah, dude, I remember what you did. How can I forget? Be that as it may. Trip on this, man. Trip on motherfucking this. Another place you absolutely do not want to fight is on a court bus. On a court bus or a prison bus. You can't fight on them. People do all that. I've seen so many fights. Why? You're shackled down. Ankles, waist, wrist, whole 9 yards. I'm surprised they don't freaking put something up, put like a choker on you. That'd be crazy. I think they just haven't thought of it yet. They got you shackled down. People want to fight. I've seen a bunch of them. I saw this one dude jump up. What do you think they fight with? Their freaking face. Straight up wanting to freaking headbutt each other silly. This dude jumped up, went to go headbutt this dude who was still sitting down, but he hit his nose and all this on this dude's eyebrow, so he just split him open. He fell down. Flopping like a fish. Didn't even hurt the dude who was sitting down. He's like, what was that? Like, dude, come on, man. You gotta do a headbutt. Like, at least place it carefully. Like, hit your part of your head on this, on his nose, not your nose on this part of his head. The craziest one I ever saw, though, It's always over tobacco in my county because you got people from the farm bringing tobacco. And people on pretrial or on the bus, they don't have tobacco and they're wanting it. It's like, hey, you got anything for me? Anything for me? So a guy comes on, he's like, I got a pouch for Capone. Dude's all, what's up? They say, what's up, Holmes? For Capone. Another dude up here is like, no, what's up, Holmes? I'm Capone. And they just rushed at each other and started beating each other silly. No one won. I'm calling a draw. You both get an L. I don't even know who got the tobacco. I don't think it matters because whoever got the tobacco, I don't think you'll be able to smoke it because your fucking lips and faces just fucked off. Let me tell you this. If I'm on a bus sitting there and someone comes walking in, hey, I got a pouch for Splinter. I'm like, yeah, what's up, Splinter, right here. Someone said, no, Splinter. I'd say, shh, that's what's up. Shit, it's all you, stud. Hoop that shit, Wood, all the way to the tonsils. I don't need it. I don't want it. Cool, man. It's you. You got this. It's all you, brother. Run with it. This is not a weapon. I'm not going to war with my motherfucking face, dog. Believe that. No, people like to carry razor blades and razor blades in their lips. I've seen it a grip of times. Creepy, scary. One time I was set up with Wasco Mike. We were chopping apples and eating with peanut butter, and I thought that I swallowed the razor blade. And it wasn't there, and I felt something sharp. And he was trying to convince me, and I thought it was a stem until fucking I seen the stem, dude. When I saw the stem, I was so bummed out. He's like, it's a stem. I'm like, you know, it might be right. You know, you're right, dude. Cool, it's a stem. It's the fucking stem. And like 10 minutes later, I see the stem. Snarf. What is it? It tripped me out for a couple of days. I really thought I ate the razor blade. Dudes carry razor blades right here. And I seen, we're on the bus, this dude jumps up. I'm not going to save this for the Kayas. Pulls the razor blade out and then his victim's coming up to him and he's swinging the elbow all hella tough. That's his weapon of choice. So then the guy gets a good slash on his elbow, lays it open, but he's still slinging it. And I'm sitting in the bus, like this, shackled down. This happened in the aisle. They're all right here. The only thing's going to happen to do is slinging this freaking arm. He has to be go cut, split everywhere. We're like, save it for the Kayas. Save it for the Kayas. Where's my umbrella? Ella. You're going to give me straight up, Pepsi. What in the bizuck? Random racing thoughts. So, be that as it may, man. Trip out on this. Also, these two dudes were going to jump me. Over the same type of situation. A guy came on, I got a pouch for Brian. Homeboy Brian said, what's up? Dude in the back said, no, I'm Brian. It's like, bitch, please. Your name's not Brian, and if it is, you're the wrong Brian. All day. Nothing about you is right. Not in a million years. We got the right Brian over here. Straight imposter on yours. Scamster. Fuck off. Kick rocks. And he had a big old attitude. And he was talking shit, him and his homie. And they're just letting it be known they're going to jump me. So on a cracking. What they want to do is when we got off the bus and they put you in the holding cells and then they take off your shackles and everything and we're free and they just thought they'd just open up a can of whip ass on me. As if I'm going to let that go down. Okay, so what I did though, I'm plotting too. And we got on the bus and lucky for me, they took off my handcuffs and shackles first. They call you out one at a time. So I came back in like, what? Dun, 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 dun. Freeze a bird! Those idiots were sitting down. Can you believe it? We got mad tension. You guys said you're gonna fucking jump me. I got to get uncuffed and I come in, you're sitting down. I start bumming on him. Of course I did. Handcuffed and sitting down. Boop, boop, boop. Easy target. Turned to his buddy. Blah, blah, blah. He tried to stand up. No, you don't. Boom! And this dude fucking, boom, kick him in the nuts and it's just ping pong. It's easy. Bro, it was Nathan. They should have been at least standing up. They could have fucking gave me one of these. They could have fucking tried to headbutt me or something. I still would have got that ass, but it would have been a lot more difficult. So yeah, I fucked them off real quick. And then the cops came and got... The reason why they took my stuff off is because they take you to A-pod, H-pod, D-pod, or F-pod. When they're ready to take you, escort you to your pod, that's when they take the chains off. They came in, D-pod! Those dudes are an H-pod. I'm like, yeah, this is gonna... I was excited, dude. I was like, I don't want them to come say H-pod! And they called those dudes out. What do you think would happen? They probably got uncuffed and fucking rushed me. D-pod, got that ass, GTA. Be that's a main man. So, trip on this though. If we had a little bit of time. We got nothing but time. Hey, also I want to do a raffle. Problem is I don't really have much to raffle. I was thinking about just like raffling, like if the winner could come to my house, just pick out 3 things. I was just thinking like a cheap raffle, like $5. If you just want to like even before I have the raffle picked out, start getting involved in the raffle. It's not a hustler scam. Point of view crew. Like I'm just telling the people who fucking all-time offer and say you want to do something cool. This is something cool. $5 ain't shit, but I got a lot of $5 problems. I think $5 would fix it hella quick. Want to do a raffle? I'm thinking about raffling this out. I got this badass Zippo, but I wanted to keep it. And I might not. And I'm just trying to think, because I want to do a raffle. Because I just, like I said, a bunch of $5 problems. Like a quick fix. Everybody loves it. So I don't know. I'm trying to work something out. But trip on this. A homegirl in my neighborhood was real tight with NLR. They all loved her. And she had this boyfriend got out the pin. He was an NLR, but he's an associate. Everyone knew him. He'd get out. Everyone said he was like beating her up. Everyone's mad. So all the NLRs, like 10 of them went over to her pad with him there to talk to him, to figure out what's going on, why you hitting the homegirl, what's going on. NLRs over there, deep, 10 of them, having a meeting. Live on like a cul-de-sac, but not like a cul-de-sac, but like a round thing. Here's her house, and then the street goes all the way through. Drive down this street, turn left, whoop, a cul-de-sac, no, so go into this next street. Anyway, so like a corner thing right here. There's a dude there who I'm cool with. He likes to smoke weed. I always have weed. He was in the pen, someone threw bleach in his eyes, and it burned his eyes out. He's blind as a motherfucking bat. He liked to smoke weed, and he'd always hit me up for weed, and I'd smoke weed with him. Like, midnight one night, calls me, "What's up, homeboy? What's up, brother? You still awake?" "Yeah, dog." He's like, "Dude, come over, smoke a joint, homeboy." "Please, dog, I'm just dying to smoke a joint." I said, "Don't trip, I'm on my way." Skateboard over there, a sheriff hits me with his lights. I run from him. I jump to some yards. I cut a couple warrants. I dip. I'm out of there. Boom. I get away. The cop kind of sees me, hits me with the lights. He's chasing me. Boom, boom. I go in the street. I jump up a couple yards. Boom, boom, boom. Then I go, don't even knock, just boom, go barging into homegirl's pad on the back patio. Boom, I'm in that pad. I'm like, "Hey, what's up, everybody?" Again with the puck of my poker face. Just walking in. "Oh, yeah, what's up? Yeah, chill. I'm cooler than a polar bear's toenail, dog. Chiller than a polar bear's toenail." It's hard to get out sometimes. Chicka, chicka, chicka. "Hey, everything's cool." I come walking in. There's like 3 sheriffs all over the road. One on this side, this side, this side. They're flashing it. All these NLR dudes all got warrants. Cops are looking for them. There's 10 of them. They shouldn't be hanging out together. There's all kinds of drugs and guns and everything there. They're just like, "What in the fuck? Cops are here." And I got there and the cops show up. And they're all looking at me like, "You bring the cops here?" Like, "No, definitely not." "Why would I bring the cops here? What do you mean?" Like, "Hey, cops, come over here with me." "No, I didn't bring the cops here." And it was coincidink. Quinky dink. And tomato. Things happen. They didn't fall. I didn't see them. Kind of funny, little brother, how you show up and then they're here. Dude, they didn't know whether to trip on the cops out the window or trip on me. I don't know whether to fucking trip on them or take off running out the back door. It was crazy, it was intense. I was like, "Hey, my mother's joint." I'm all passing the joint, people. Why are you shaking? I'm not. Anyway, man, I remember that being pretty intense. Anyway, none of the most self-respect. Hit up the join button. Hey, Joker. Leave me a comment, brother. I need to talk to you. I want to be able to hit the thumbnail. Go to your channel. Shout to the Point of View crew. Shout out to joiners, none of the most love and respect. Join if you haven't already. Another video in the next couple of days, another live or something. Thank you for the people who sent me birthday presents and birthday well wishes. I'm going to cut the string, let it fly. Peace.